and so it begins.
Shall we begin?
So it begins. And now it begins.
So it begins.
And so it begins.
And so it begins.
Shall we begin?
Shall we begin? And so it begins.
And so it begins. And so it begins. So, shall we begin?
So, it begins.
Shall we begin?
Shall I begin? Shall we begin?
Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Welcome back, everybody. Shall we begin? Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Shall we begin? Yeah.
Yes. I added a new beat to this, added a couple more. Shall we begin? So we begin. All these ones in there. I freaking love that stuff, man. And the freaking the Crixus at the end. I love the punch of it because it's like they're the ones, they're all fitting in their thing. And then he's shall. It's the battle cry. Shall
Yeah.
we begin?
Everybody around, you're like, yeah, let's do this.
Love it.
Yes.
Anyway.
So shall we begin?
Yes, we shall begin now.
Awesome.
We are back. It's been a while since we streamed. I mean, we started to try to do one at the beginning of January, but then it was just like petered down again.
Oh, yeah.
We are back. What is up? We got OG Star Wars as our guest. What's up?
Hey, glad to be here again with you. Shall we begin? But yes, happy to be here again. Always a pleasure to come on and stream with you and watch these fan clips or whatever we have on our schedule. So thank you for inviting me again.
Exactly, no problem. Yeah, we'll do the fan film reaction in a little bit. I figure we start with just some normal stuff for a little bit to ease people in, and then go right into that. So we were just talking backstage that like you did not see the movie 65, not yet, but I'm not going to spoil anything. The movie's actually extremely simple. It's like one of the simplest things around. And I freaking love it for that. It's pretty much the classic lone wolf and cub kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you know anything about the Last of Us show, it's pretty much like that, but I'd say on like, in an hour and a half type of scale that it is. It's a father who loses his daughter. That's pretty much right at the beginning. It's not really spoiling anything. He loses his daughter. She dies from sickness, and he ends up crash landing. This is in the trailer too. He crash lands. This is like way back in the past. So it's not, this isn't a time travel movie. I know that the trailer for some people thought that he went through a portal and then came to Earth and back in time or something. No, it's just the idea that there were a lot of intelligent people around a long time ago. And so he's just like pretty much a space bus driver is how I take it. I mean, he's transporting people in carbonite basically behind him and cryo freeze. And it's like, okay, then they go into the Earth's or they go into our solar system area, and there seemed to have been a recent collision nearby, and that's why there's like a unexpected amount of debris in space that they're having to deal with, and then they end up crashing on Earth, and he's pretty much the only survivor, except for he notices there was one pod that was able to like fall out of the ship, that the passenger's still alive, and that is a little girl. And so he decides to really try to save her. And that's pretty much the idea. The thing is, they're on a dinosaur planet of Earth 65 years ago, so he's got to deal with all this other dangers while trying to protect her. So nice, simple little movie. And, good fun. I could see kids enjoying this and being a little freaked out. One they should probably watch with their parents a little with some of the stuff that happens, but that's good. And Adam Driver, he's a good actor. It's like I don't even see him as Kylo Ren at all. So he's just like, dude, that's Adam Driver being freaking awesome.
Yeah, with some of my family that did watch this movie, they had nothing but good reviews on that. And just to think about, like, because I know a little bit of it, like from them talking and then just looking at, the storyline. And it kind of like is almost like, could be a creation story. If they did a part 2, could this be the creation story of Adam and Eve, if you want to go that direction, because they are the humans that are on Earth.
I don't know about that. She's like the age of his daughter, but I know what you mean. If they wanted to continue it, it would be did they spoil what happens at the end for you, or
no?
Okay, well, I'm not going to spoil it here for you. Okay.
That's why no, I can't see that.
The seed of humanity thing. So I'll just, without giving it away explicitly, I will give a hint. So like the dinosaurs, something happens to them at some point in the future, from that perspective anyway, that makes them not around anymore.
Well,
And
yeah.
so if he was around at that time,
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be enough for for the future of mankind at that point. But
Yeah.
with the way the story works, there's potential that there's some stuff implied with it, I think. But
Okay.
that's I recommend go see the movie, to be honest,
Okay.
and then see what you think. But this is the kind of movie where I don't know if it's adapted from anything. I'll have to really look into it, because it seems like it's just an original movie. But I've been fooled before. I thought that like Atomic Blonde and a couple other ones were, these are original idea. Oh no, they're adapted from something. So I was like, okay. But it seems like an original little movie, and it's no Jurassic Park. It's not supposed to be, if some people were thinking that, or if they're expecting certain dinosaur scenes. They do have the typical like T-Rex and some raptors and stuff. I'm curious if they'd ever make a dinosaur movie that doesn't have the classic dinosaurs that we're all familiar with in Jurassic Park. If they even went to a different era, or if they went to when like a lot of the mammals were a lot larger on Earth, like giant freaking beavers and stuff, like that'd be fun. Or like giant insect era, like that'd be cool. But
because I mean, everything seemed like to be supersized back then in those days. Like,
that was one of the things, because the oxygen level on Earth was higher, I think, and they theorized that bugs were like a good 100 times bigger than they are, kind of thing. Like we said, oh, nice little millipede on the ground. No, like this dude's your dog size or something.
Yeah, that millipede can wrap around you and carry you away.
Pretty much, yeah. Or like it's not like something you've seen out of King Kong from the Jackson one, I think. Or is that him? Or Jack Black's in that, but is that Peter Jackson?
I don't know. I'm looking at, and so far there's no indication that this is an adaptation from anything. So this probably is original from from Scott Beck and Brian Woods.
Yeah, and if that's the case, I recommend seeing it even more, because it's like it's a creative thing. And it's like,
we always get remakes of this, or rehashes of that, our soft reboot of whatever. Like, The Force Awakens is a soft reboot of A New Hope. We always are getting these soft reboots, remakes, whatever.
There's adaptations as well from stuff.
Yeah, adaptations. Yeah, adaptations. They're just showing from what was written and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when you get something that's original, which everybody has been craving for a long time now, but because we are in a stance of, should we give Hollywood money or not? Should we still support them for the direction they're going with every single franchise? That's where people fail to see that maybe for once I can give, and I'm guilty of that, I can give this a chance because this is an original movie that we haven't seen come out before.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like doing that would help at least push Hollywood into a direction that we want it to go toward. Is like if we support the projects that are actually good, or ones that aren't just sequels or well known. Because let's face it, if like all the Marvel stuff are the only ones that make big box offices, that's what we're gonna get for the longest time. Like we need. I'm so disappointed. It's 65. I think it's box. I didn't check its box office, but I heard it was pretty low, and it sounded pretty low. And it's like, if that one was like, just a really big one for considering what it is and not being attached to anything, then that'd be a good little beacon for the next year or so. Dude, we can make a movie kind of like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think even these creators could make another movie. I don't want this to be a franchise. I don't. I just have this be your one movie and that's it. But if
one and done.
But if they wanted to make like another movie that's similar to this, where it's maybe they can have loose ties to it, but it's not. Don't be explicit about it. I hate it when it's super explicit sometimes. Like, we are in that universe. It's like, have another ancient civilization of people come to Earth, after the dinosaurs, and see what happens there. Because the characters that we saw in this one would be gone anyway. And just don't have it be 65, the sequel or something. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like you overwhelm like the story when you do the sequel or even a prequel to it. So keep it original, keep it like one and done kind of thing. Sometimes that's where the gold is one and done, and then take what you did from here and do another story, but know that it's not going to spin off of that, but know that because you did an original story, create another one, will be more welcomed by people because you're not remaking, rebooting, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And you could take the positives and negatives you learned from the last one to go into whatever one you make next, and that would be great. Derpy Entertainment, what's up? Says After Earth with dinosaurs. Ooh, I feel like that is a incorrect description of this, to be honest. But I guess I can see the similarities, though. But
Yeah.
Will Smith and Jada, that was like that was in the future, I think, and that was it because of aliens that they evolved?
I vaguely remember. So
Yeah, that's the kind of plot that doesn't stick with you at all.
no, it doesn't.
No, I don't know. For some reason, everything is equipped to kill a human, even after humans are gone, which makes it seem redundant and stupid to have that type of adaptation specifically. So I hate that premise on its own because it doesn't make any sense. Like it's not even the kind. It's not even the kind of, even for science fiction. Oh, just believe it. It's like, I don't know about that. That's just not quite there for me. Sorry. I can believe 65 better, where it's like, oh, there's ancient civilization of people that can space travel. Because I see it more like they probably get knocked down a peg technologically thanks to natural disasters and stuff. So by the time you get to Earth, that can make enough sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like this is like maybe it was inspired a little bit of Star Wars because, you know, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and so they were a long time ago from our time frame, and this one too is a long time ago.
Oh shit! I didn't really connect it like that. That's a interesting connection. Yeah, I don't always see Star Wars as in like our realm of things because it's so
saying that the plot line of it, you know, being a long time ago,
right?
And this is like in the crustacean period of Earth's history. So of course, then we have, you know, of course, everything that, you know, like all the animals and species that were, you know, that were part of in that time frame and stuff. Yeah, so very interesting.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I could see them. Well, that's the thing. What surprised me is they didn't actually show much of the actual civilization. Like they show his wife, his daughter, and this girl. Those are the only characters in the movie. And I'm like, wow. Having a small cast too. I'm like, I like that for some reason. I'm like, I don't have to keep track of everybody. I don't have to remember everybody's name. The other side kicker to it is that the girl does not speak English, so he has to communicate with her in more creative ways. And he's, you know, a surrogate dad kind of. So I don't know. There's good little interactions there. It's similar to The Last of Us in that way. Because he loses his daughter, got to raise this girl essentially, got to get her to safety in this dangerous land. So I feel like it's similar in that area. But anyway, I recommend go seeing that. Now you haven't seen Scream 6, but have you seen Scream at all? Any of the Scream films?
I've seen the very first one, and I vaguely remember it. It's like something that just didn't really catch me. In a sense.
No, I can understand that because when I first saw it, I didn't catch me either. But but strangely on a rewatch, so Justin Proper made me. Well, he didn't make me. I asked him to because I was going to watch.
I was making you.
I was like, all right. I know that he loves Scream, so I'm like, if I'm going to watch it, I'll watch it with a buddy. All right, cool. So we're gonna binge watch the Scream movies, and I had a perception of these are shit because one, I'm not a huge horror movie fan in general, but it's starting to, you know, have a good look on me. The ones I've been watching, some of them are pretty good. So I'm like, okay, they're all right. But for slashers specifically, really hard to get me into it. Really hard for me to like a slasher film. And Scream is like the kind of movie that I guess addresses the slasher stuff anyway. And it's very meta about it. But that's why I think it was like, oh, this is going to be dumb because it's all aware of itself. But oddly enough, like especially the first 3 movies handle like meta commentary on stuff in an interesting way that also like makes sense within its own plot and isn't like, especially in like, I guess going to the 5th one where it seems like they'd be making fun of the 4th and 5th one where they address like in a way audiences, you could say nothing feels condescending, which is like shocking. Like in other movies or shows you might see, they could say like they like do little lines or references to the toxic audience sometimes, or they'll be like, you know, this isn't going to go the way you think, and those like little lines are just kind of like, what are these for? Yeah, they're like directly to the audience. Like, and you feel like, what are you doing that for? And like, what do you think I'm gonna go with my laser sword and go like jump around and chop off the stone? It's like, no, but what you think that's what we want? No. Like that's how that's like condescending in their way of delivering dialogue. In Scream, it does not feel condescending at all, the way that they approach whatever they're talking about. And if there is somebody that says something that's a little absurd, another character calls it out or something. Like
I remember that bit, like what'd you say, the call out and stuff like that. It's just that, like I said, I just never got into it, so I never really was like thrilled every time like another sequel came out, another one. I'm like, this again? Well, you guys could, tell my family, you guys could go see it. I'm not gonna waste my time.
So because I came from a similar standpoint, I recommend, if you ever feel like giving it a shot, or if you have a friend that wants to see it and you are like, okay, I'll sit with you, watch at least the first 3 back to back. Like binge watch them together, because that all comes together as like one big story. It's easier to remember threads from the last films all together, and it feels like one big story, kind of like Kill Bill does with 1 and 2 a little. It feels like one big continuation and easier to keep track of stuff. And I don't know, I really enjoyed them. I'm like, I freaking love this franchise now. I've never
was it surprising?
It really surprised me how good it was, and it was my first time watching them through. And when I got to the 6th one, without giving too much away, the first half an hour I thought was amazing, but then the rest to me really just goes downhill for a lot of different reasons. I feel like they were being risky in the first bit and then went really safe. And it's a different studio. The first 4 were directed by Wes Craven. So it's like he's the creator, and he's like one of the biggest horror guys ever. And then the new team did okay with 5, but I'd say that's the weakest of them all. Like it was really weak with them all. And then this one's like, it starts out really good, and then just takes a crap later. Just seems to not. It doesn't feel like they're as comfortable with what they started with as they go on, if that makes any sense. But
and Wes Craven, that's some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, that is tough to follow him up. That is really tough to follow that kind of thing up. But but I'm hearing like a lot of people that have watched Scream for years love this one. So like, I feel like it's a kind of thing where I'm so new to it and it's still fresh in my head, and I've only watched them once, that like it might be one of those things where when I rewatch them, I'll catch different stuff. But watching, I don't know if have you ever binged like a whole bunch of movies together that's not Star Wars?
Of course. I don't literally just watch everything and do everything Star Wars.
I know, but I'm just for those who'd be like, she's a Star Wars fan, like that. I know. Or that's not Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. That's like I mentioned those because those are the classic ones that everybody has binged usually. But you binged anything else? Like,
and then with my binge watching and stuff like that, what I like at one point, it's not necessarily binge watch because there's only a couple of them, but the what do you call it? The one with damn it, now I can't think of his name now. Robert Downey Jr.'s one with why can't I think of it now? I'm just coming off of yoga. My mind is still kind of like out there. But Sherlock Holmes, that one. Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, so I like that, but I like part 2 more than part 1. So I don't know if you've watched that before or nothing. That's one of mine. And then when I was really, really into Pirates of the Caribbean, I would watch that, of course. As as it gets like towards the end, like the last ones, that's kind of like a give or take. And with the quality or the storyline or whatever, you're like, okay, but it kind of gets a little bit more sillier at times. But so I do have certain things. And then my biggest binge watches, this is probably just a girl thing, is the Sex and the City series. So I could put that on and clean house, listen to it, know what's going on and stuff. But those are like one of those things that you would put on for nostalgia and stuff like that. So where's Jeremy Griggs?
This is weird.
What's going on here?
It's not letting me do
no spamming. Do you have any mods on right now?
No, that's weird because I'm trying to hide his thing. Does not let me do anything. So that's weird. Kind of a waste of a spam, dude. But
Justified HD Heg. Who the hell is that? I don't recognize that name whatsoever.
I don't know. He's somebody that used to be around
Yeah.
a while for some reason. Just being annoying. But no, for some reason, YouTube's not letting me do anything there. It's saying error, try again. So
Yeah, like,
that's
nope,
weird.
you don't have control of this ish anymore. We do.
Yeah, I guess so. Which is odd, but all right. Whatever. So
Yeah.
hopefully people coming in aren't too annoyed with that. So anyway, we are going to react to a little fan film here. The Mandalorian season 3 is out, and
Yeah.
I'm not watching it. You're not watching it, but we're like paying attention to coverage here and there on
Yeah.
that. So it's like, all right. So we like this one. I don't really care about the Mandalorian, but this fan film catches my attention. It's Mandalorian and the Drunken Jedi Master. Like,
Awesome.
who wouldn't want to see that? Like, that seems
Drunken Jedi Master. That sounds so fun.
that's a great hook. That is a great hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So let's bring that up here.
Okay.
Star Wars. Boom. Do-do-do. All right. Yeah, this was released about a year ago. Looks like Star Wars Theory commented on this, so that went over to his neck of the woods. All right. Yeah, I don't know what this will actually be about or if it'll be very good, but here we go.
Okay. Oh, look at his little brain.
What was that?
I said, look at his little brain tails, like the Twilight brain tails.
I like his little waddle too as he's running around here. Just little boots, like, all right,
I
dude.
think
All
he
right.
would have been more of an oppressive Deveroni, and those are the ones that are kind of like silly and like awkward sometimes and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if you know, like in the lore, who Venny is, and he's a Deveroni, and he dealt with like the PT characters a lot, in that era and stuff. Pretty cool character. Anyways, that's what that reminded me of.
That's funny. All right. Here we go. We got a little ship chasing him. All right, shit going the other way now.
What?
Imagine trying to run away from a spaceship. Oh shit. All right. This looks great. This looks great so far. Nice.
All right, take it.
I got my leg. No.
Sorry. Oh.
That is funny. Well, and it looked like just like a tiny little pew, laser. Just, no, pew. It's a little stunner. Yeah, that armor looks great here for.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
impressive. That looks better than the actual Mandalorian show's armor.
It looks a little rusty, some dirt on it. God,
Mm-hmm.
they know what they're doing here, especially being in the desert. Yes, it's not going to be all sparkly.
Mm-mm.
Not every
No
time.
way.
Hey.
Sometimes we'll deal with that. But I can cut them out later when I re-upload this.
Who are you? Why?
Nice.
No bounty on me, Jabba.
Oh,
What the
All
crap?
right.
Oh.
is that a tracking fob thing? Oh my god! So this is a tracking fob thing?
I guess so.
Okay, let's see what happens with this.
Yeah, tracking fob. I wasn't a fan of that idea.
No,
that
that was
presented in the
totally
Mandalorians, but
yeah,
yeah,
and they
it's supposed-
kind of ignored it afterwards.
yeah, which I guess was probably a good idea. Most
Yeah.
likely. Yeah.
Okay, I know how this works. You tell me the bounty, I double it, yes?
The bag.
Oh, not my bag, Jabba. I'm a hot courier.
Oh no, Java? What?
I heard that. I was like, Jabba. So is Jabba the one who is the person that is behind this?
It sounded like he said Java. I'm putting the captions on, seeing what they think he says.
Okay.
The bag.
Oh, not my bag, Chubba.
Chubba.
Okay, Chubba. Okay.
Chubba choo choo. Chubba ching chong. I don't know.
It's like a little
I'm a
insult.
hot courier. Just a job. It's tough out here for a rider to make a living.
Dying ain't much of a living.
He's going with like the southern accent with that a little bit.
Yeah, but he's
And-
like Rilo. He said he's a Rilo.
Yeah, this guy,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
the Rilo. But I'm saying the Mandalorian's going with like, you ain't much of one of these things right here. Like
Yeah.
he's going with the more southern drawl cowboy accent right there. All right.
You know, Uncle, that's okay. But wait. Check this out, Chubba. Pure Kyber worth 10 times the bounty. At least. Good, Chubba.
Where?
The Kyber? I didn't steal it. Over that way is that old wizard. I traded him for a case of Spotchka.
The bag.
Ah, you took the Kyber. Why be greedy, Chubba? If I go back to the huts without my bag, I'd be one dead rhino.
I can help you with that, Chava.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that is supposed to be an insult, I guess.
Yeah, it's an insult. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, all right. What do you think of the Mando so far of this one?
He's more impressive than even Boba in the Disney lore. Even Din in the Disney lore.
Yes.
You know.
Nice.
Oh.
Good. I love the dirt on the right on the edges of the black parts of his mask there, especially.
Yeah,
It's like-
worn and torn, and all that. Yeah.
looking good. Yeah, they always seem to make the Mando one in the show look shiny.
All
It's
the
like,
time.
yeah, I get it for like a toy, I guess, but
Yeah.
when he's going all these different environments, there'd be a little something on there, unless he's cleaning it all the time, but he never takes it off either. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's kind of weird. That's
Yeah.
weird. I want to know what's in the bag now. What is in the bag?
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to assume, because we haven't seen what's in it, I almost want to assume it's like a bounty for somebody else, maybe like a head. But that guy doesn't seem like he'd kill anybody, so he's trying to get it to the Hutts. So it's something the Hutts want.
Mhm.
So a double cheeseburger from Burger King, but other than that, I'm not exactly sure. From Space Burger King, it's my guess. A nice detail of a broken TIE fighter, even though they don't need it, but I like it.
Right. This must be the drunken. Are they on Tatooine? Are they on Tatooine or something? Because we have the moisture farm, we have the classic, housing huts of the
Mhm.
desert.
He mentioned Jabba as well, so that's
Yeah,
I imagine he wasn't trying to go to Jabba on another planet without a spaceship. So
exactly. Yeah.
this is, if Obi-Wan was a drunken master, here we are.
There we go. This is really Obi-Wan in the Mandalorian.
Exactly. Obi-Wan lost he gained some weight. He got whatever food dealer that feeds the Hutts and got himself.
Right, he's drinking his sorrows away until he
Drinks.
decides to train.
He's trying to learn a new style of the drunken fist. I guess that is probably the way to go here. I don't know why he placed his beer all the way over there. I mean, using the Force to get it, but he had to waddle all the way over there to put it down, and then waddle all the way back. And now he's got to concentrate to get it back. This is his way to burning calories, I guess. This is his exercise.
I guess so.
Yes.
We'll find out.
Oh.
Was he Oming?
What the fuck?
Was he Oming?
No, I did that. No, sorry.
Oh, okay.
That was me. That was me. That was me.
What the hell?
I was going home. That was doing anything.
I thought it was him at first, and I was trying to look down at the subtitles, and the screen changed.
No. I do like how he sees the beer and he just, or the blue milk, we should say, he just kicks it. Like, you don't need to be a dick, dude. But all right. I guess, is blue milk alcohol?
No, blue milk. History about that is it is basically milk from bantha. That so they would use, just like we use cows. Banthas are their cows, and they would drink blue milk. That's all it is.
Okay, nice and simple.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and simple. An odd effect, but all right.
Yeah.
That's right to his hand.
Find what you love and let it kill you.
Okay.
Oh, Spotchka, Mandalorian.
Oshka.
So his name is Rahul.
Oh,
I think so. See, now what makes me think it's not Tatooine is look at the space out here, the sky.
Yeah, the 3 moons.
Different moons or planets. Did Tatooine have?
I think
like that?
Tatooine had a couple of moons, but
Look how close they are, though. These are it's like right up in their own grill here. It'd be colliding all over the place.
yeah, that the gravity pull would make the planet probably unstable.
Yeah.
Maybe. But we do have Yavin. Like Yavin 4 basically is a moon to the gas planet, so that's why it's so close.
Right.
So
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Guess that makes sense.
you're too late, bounty hunter. There's nothing here for you or death to take away.
Bounty. Rahel Boscoe. Wanted by the First Order. Crimson Dawn, the Hutts, Black Sun, and the Jedi Council.
So Crimson Dawn is Disney. The Black
Mhm.
Sun is both Disney and original lore, I guess you can say. So yeah, so they're naming both canons are maybe just Disney canon or lore. Yeah.
Yeah, I figure they're probably they like, the Mandalorian show's coming out, and so probably waited for season 1 to come out and got their ideas going for this, and yeah, doing a little combo of both.
Yeah.
What I think fan films seem to do really good at too is like, okay, there's some new stuff. They'll take things from the new ones that they might like or accept and be like, all right, but then also integrate it in a way that works with other stuff. So
Yeah, they actually do it better.
yeah, exactly. And the premise of having a drunken Jedi, I think, is funny, and I mean, isn't impossible in a way. I mean,
Yeah.
After all, it's happened with the Jedi. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
And Jedi,
And-
though, are the ones that can withstand alcohol more than anybody else because of the Force and stuff. But so I'm
Yeah.
interested to see how they play this one out.
Right. That makes sense.
We'll say that you're on the wrong road, if it's your own.
You might need this.
You might need this.
You mock me?
It's like if Jack Black was a Jedi kind of thing.
That would be funny to see.
Ah,
Creative broadcast on StreamYard.
yeah.
If you still have a little bit of the Force left in you and you know it, you still have the Force in you.
He's like, huh?
I feel like this is a pee joke, but it might not be.
Do your worst, Mandalorian. Want us to die?
Yeah, it's like I
Sometimes
could
we
easily see Jack Black and like as a Jedi, just like I just want to chill, man. Like, yeah, we tried the Jedi thing and it all failed. I was a good boy. I was going to school with my little robe suit, and they didn't like the loud music. I was okay. I'll be chill. But then after we all got slaughtered and I was asleep, they didn't even think I was a Jedi because of my belly. But something like that. It's just like he becomes like a rock star in the Jedi universe. Just like, what? This fat drunk dude.
Yeah.
Dying ain't hard for men like us. It's the living that's hard. I require assistance.
Do you? Ken?
Ah,
Yeah, is that Boba Fett's helmet right there?
it looks just like his coloring and stuff. Yeah, you have the green. Is there any imprint of where, like, because you know how the helmet has like
It kind of it might be the angle, but it kind of looks like there's a dark spot on the left
yeah.
side there.
What?
A little bit. It's also got a wider face opening, sort of, kind of like Boba Fett's is. Yeah, it's a little wider than Mando's thing. So yeah, I guess that might be.
Maybe.
Ken?
Yes.
And so that is what that was in the bag. I said it was a head, but
It's a helmet.
it's a helmet. It's close.
Would it be funny if like a head fell out and it was Django's? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, or something like that. One of the it's Dooku's. It's one of the decapitated heads from the universe. It's like it's the randomized helmet head.
The only time that most people think about injustice is when it happens to them.
Who did this?
This is this. I don't do this anymore.
This is this. I don't do this anymore.
Yeah, that is such bad writing right there. Like, what is this? I don't do this, and I don't do this. And
I
don't
feel like
do
that's intentional, though. I feel like they're trying to make him sound like he thinks he's wise, but he's actually not.
Yeah,
Like,
he's all
what they're
drunk
going
and
for.
straight. So yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm done with this.
He's done being Mandalorian.
Claim your bounty
I don't know.
or have a drink with me. But not this. Never again. This.
He say he doesn't want to do any work. It seems to be. He
Right.
doesn't want to.
Yeah, this is like
get
work being called to action.
For the
I don't want to burn calories. Ugh, no thanks.
I just want to stay here and drink. Just leave me alone.
Yes, leave me to my blue drink.
Why go through all the trouble? Yes, for the Kyber. That's the trouble with the mask, Mandalorian. Never changes. Hard to get a read. I'm a seer, not a mind reader.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
See, I feel like this role is perfect for Jack Black. Just, all right, guys, I'm gonna get my Zen, my mode, and something. Yeah, calling the natural spirits of the universe to
I
me.
can hear him humming it. Very Jack Blackish.
Yes. Jack Black and the Adventures of the Mandalorian or something. Just,
There we go.
all right. Have Jack Black be in the next episode of Mando. Turn him into an interesting character. Do something like that. He can eat as much as Baby Yoda, whatever, or something. That'd be a funnier joke. Baby Yoda's about to eat, and then Jack Black, mine. Sorry. No.
He is green.
All right.
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn.
God.
Your kin lives. Barely. Wait, Mandalorian. You cannot find them without my help. They're on the move.
My patience is done with you, Jedi. If you know how I find them,
I do. But like you, they took something very precious from me.
what's that?
Nachos.
Hope.
Okay. I can just see Jack Black just like, see the wavy wand. It's bright. Don't touch. Something.
Yeah, don't point it at your face.
Yeah, wow. Why are you?
Where's that coming
He's still got it, I guess. There you go. He broke 2 glasses. Yep.
from? Oh, okay.
Yep. He's showing off now.
You'd be wanting revenge then. I can work with that.
It's probably like, but my speeder only has a weight limit of 290 pounds. So
Right.
yeah.
We'll be like dragging ass down the desert.
Yeah.
Low riding.
Revenge that burns our souls.
So if he curls up into a ball, then he can, maybe roll enough momentum there. I don't know.
Like a
Downhill.
roly
Go downhill, Kung Fu Panda style is what I'm thinking of.
or armadillo kind of thing, since they're in the desert.
Yes, exactly.
Purpose. And it's our duty to be reduced to ash by it.
Do you Jedi train and all that gibberish, or is that just how you find each other?
You Mandalorians are taught among many lies that silence is bravery.
Whoa. You wait here. I'll get my ship.
Be quick about it, Mandalorian. Tomorrow is promised to neither of us. Ride!
In a way, I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of was thinking he'd be more drunk.
You wanted to see him stumble.
Mandalorian, you kids think you can hot shit. We kicked your asses in the war. There's just something like that. It's like, I can fight you. Takes out his lightsaber and throws the hilt on accident. Like, what? Whatever. Fuck that. I don't need that. See?
Mm-hmm.
Just something like that. I don't know.
Kind of go into the Karate Kid era part where he gets kind of drunk off of his pity and stuff. Like, I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah, where Johnny's just like, no, don't want to. No, thank
Yep.
you. No. All right, I guess. That was an idea. I think that's the only one so far.
Right. Anthony music.
I don't know if they're gonna make more. Yeah, it's just a fan film, and let's see if they got anything else down here. Got to get my old glasses on here.
Spectacles on.
Check that out. Yep. Nope. It's just plain. No. Nope. Just gives info on this. Does not speak about if they're going to do another one. So.
Okay. So left it on the cliffhanger, and I want to know what this drunken Jedi does.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets more drunk because I wasn't drunk enough for me. Nope.
Like he has a pity, right before he's called into battle, into the mission, and he's like, I can't do this shit, I'm done, and gets really drunk and stuff, and then has to sober up real quick. I mean, that's the usual stereotype of that, right?
Usually, or he's like, I'm ready for battle, and cut to him passed out. And,
yeah.
Like deep snoring sleep, something like that.
Yeah. Wow, that was interesting.
That was a fan film. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like I don't hate it, and I love the idea of it, but that was like only at like 20% of what I was expecting. I'm like, I kind of
but what did the Hutts want with the helmet and the Kyber crystal? That's the thing.
I mean, they did a great little setup here for an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was only like 9 minutes of a story there. You guys gotta, make that second one at least.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Says that's what we want. We need a sequel to that so we can see where you're going with this, but got to make the Jedi, the drunken part, a little more drunk. That's all I'm asking for. He seemed like a wannabe drunk. He's not quite drunk enough yet.
I wasn't impressed with the drunkenness of this Jedi.
If any, it seemed like a classic big white. I'm thinking. Have you seen Balls of Fury?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm thinking like the protagonist of that one and Jack Black, of
Yeah.
course, and like other big
Yeah.
heftier guys, but they're not drunk. But they, I
Yeah.
don't know, they seem more, Kung Fu Panda, all that. Like, it's like I want to see
Yeah.
something more bizarre. This is like he's sort of there, but he's not funny enough. It's a little funny, but
Mhm.
not quite,
Yeah,
not
you
quite the
expect a
comedy
drunken
level.
Jedi to be funny, kind of like, then mocking who he is kind of deal because, he's probably, whatever took him into that state of, addiction on alcohol or whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah, and be like,
for the,
do or do not. I mean, I'll do what I want to do, and you
and I
don't
will not try.
not have to try, and instead just like totally butcher any type of quote that could be there with that. It's like, there is no absolutes. I'm absolutely drunk. I don't know what you're talking about. Just do puns like that. I don't know. Like that'd be entertaining, and to have the Mandalorians, Southern drawl. It's like, man, why am I stuck with this R-tard over here? What is going on?
Mhm.
Like trying to do my thing. I got to babysit a Jedi. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Mandalorian, I could do without the Western just slang draw, I guess you could say, just because it's like Lucas was inspired by Western cowboy culture for part of his lore. Doesn't mean that
Right.
if you're on Tatooine, you have to have that draw, or if you're a Mandalorian, you have that draw, because obviously we know what they sound like. And then when you get past the Jango Fett clones,
Yeah.
there are a variety of different, and I don't think the Western slang it has ever been a part of the lore. I mean, you have like the British accents, which most of it's correlated with Coruscanti accent. Like Obi-Wan slang or Obi-Wan's, his accent is basically Coruscanti. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, I mean, that was kind of out of place for me with his tone. So.
Yeah. Exactly. But I don't know. So maybe they'll make a sequel. Maybe we'll be able to get more out of that. One of
Part
these
two, yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but even though this seems a little short, this was, I'm trying to get used to streaming without going for 2 hours and stuff, and we're actually under an hour.
Right.
And yeah, so but I do plan on doing streams more often, and you and I are I'm gonna see when you're free to do more fan film reactions too, because I'm
Yeah.
trying to get those up, and I'm trying to. I feel like doing at least like if we do like a live stream to chat a little bit, do a bit of a like at least one reaction, then maybe we can record another one, and then I can upload that one later. Then that's like better a schedule, because I was trying to get them all. I got like 30 fan films recorded with people, and then had to edit all the fan films, and then had to figure out when to upload and release all of them. And that's not a very smart way to to like get content out quickly, because that's a lot of time. The recording part, the editing part, the uploading part, that's a big old process. So
Oh yeah, it is. And some people who don't run channels don't understand. Like me, I do lore videos and stuff like that too. And I'm in the process of like being a like writer's block with which way I want to go with the Ralph McCurry art behind Star Wars series that I'm doing, because there's so much that I want to do in there and so much that I've written down and researched and stuff. And I'm like, I want it to be a reasonable, digestible video.
Yes.
And so I'm kind of writer block on that. And it's like frustrating right now. So I understand people who don't do content creation, here is a behind the scenes kind of deal that we deal with. There's a lot more that goes behind when we, do a pre-recorded, show, whether it's on lore or a movie or whatever. Live is whole another ball game, but and you get everything raw. You get everything in real time, even after you go and watch the replay. So there's no editing behind it unless we choose to do that. But other than that, that's the time that we put in so that you guys can enjoy yourselves here and laugh with us and have fun with us.
Exactly. And if you're running 3 channels, it's best to have a better way to manage content on all 3. So.
Exactly. It's like I didn't realize that you had 3 now, so sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, I don't. I do the Rookie Critical one, this one, and I don't promote the other one as much because it's not as much in the nerd culture as everything else is. So it's like But yeah. So before we head out, though, do you have anything that's coming up soon that's going on your channel?
All right, so I have a powwow meeting tomorrow for the reservation community I live in, so I might not be having calf chat because that ends near by 11, but I have to be out the door by 11. So, and I don't want to rush myself out of the show and
Okay.
rush the topics and stuff. So stay tuned, you guys. I will post that on Twitter if Calf Chat is going to be a go or not. If not, then I'll see you guys next Thursday. I do have some lore shorts that are coming out with different manufacturers of Star Wars, and that will be coming out. So those who are curious about like who's responsible for making what type of starship and freight and stuff like that, that will be coming out too. Those lore shorts are really fun to do. Quick bit of information that's easy to learn and not long, obviously, because it's under a minute. So I have those coming out as well. And then the spacing this Friday on Open Airlocks Policies channel. So stay tuned for that, and I'll share information on that. So that's what's going on right now for me.
That's pretty cool. Another thing you could do is like with the Mandalorian season 3 out, if there's stuff in there that sounds a little confusing or is weird, you can. That's an easy way to like have short content for your shorts to be like, this is that's their silly version. Here's this other version. That's
exactly.
Here's
this
contrast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love doing that.
I heard that the droid that blew itself up at season 1 is like back in this one, and there was recovered parts where its legs were blown off and lost an arm, but its torso and head and everything's just fine. It's like
even the detonator was in the torso, so how could he have survived in full with that?
Have armor made out of that material or something. Withstand explosions at literal point blank range. You can't get more point blank than that. That's
exactly
insane. But,
and then falling into the lava river that he was standing in.
Yeah, he was in lava too, right? So no, he's all good.
So,
it's all good.
Yeah.
If only Anakin wore armor, wore that droid armor on.
Right. Only if he had that instead of his regular suit outfit that he had on, he could have survived a little bit better. Yeah. But I don't know. It's ridiculous. At least George didn't suspend our disbelief out, and stuff like that, and take us out of the show like this did with that little scene of the droid coming back, even though he should be annihilated through his detonation.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, anyway, so we will see you guys later and have a great